tell us what you know? What is the latest regarding this investigation?
Well, we know, first of all, I want to say my heart goes out to the teachers and the parents and the students. They're suffering a tremendous loss of, their friends and their sons and their daughters, and it's just a sad day over here. With regard to what's going on right now, it's still an active crime scene. We have 31 cities in Broward County, and I think every one of the police departments is here, along with the county and FBI. We do have confirmed 17 dead, and 15 that are in that went to the hospital. It's still an active investigation. Our medical examiner is still in the building, processing everything, and I think they have finished going through the perimeter all the way around, and I think they know no one else is there, so that's pretty much where it is right now.
What can you tell us, Mr. Mayor, about the emergency response to this?
It was a very coordinated response. You had a lot of police over here very quickly, but there's from my understanding, the student previously went to this school, and they knew their way in, and they knew where they wanted to go and whatever classroom they were going to. And it just, if somebody knows their way in real fast, they can get there faster than somebody's going to stop them. So that's the sad part of it. Every school in Broward County has an armed policeman. There's police in every school we've got, and so if you know where he is, you work your way around him, I guess.
And what can you tell us about the access to this school? Was there there are multiple doors that are open and available? Is there a kind of campus where there's only one way in that is sort of open to the general public?
Most schools in Broward County have a limited way to get in. Usually, there's one way to get through that takes you to the front desk. But every school has fences, and if somebody wants to hop a fence, I don't know how he got in. I have no idea. So, it's that part is going to be part of the investigation. Who knows? I don't know how he got through yet.
Well, before running for public office, I know you worked in education, and as a former teacher, I'm wondering what's going through your mind at this point.
It makes me think of all my fellow teachers and my former students, and how important it is for all of us to recognize when kids become disconnected, when they become kind of alone or loners, and how important it is to try to connect them, to try to get them to be part of the overall community in whatever way, whether it's sports or music or clubs or. It's important. That's an important thing, and I think we always have to kind of remember how important that is, because that's part of the education. Part of that is socialization, of trying to make sure that kids can socialize into society, and when somebody falls through the crack or gets disconnected, sometimes this is the result. So it's one of the things that I think we have to be cognizant of and make sure we do our best when we can.
And I know that the Broward County Sheriff said that the suspect was a former student at this high school who was expelled for disciplinary reasons. And when you heard that, I wondered what you thought as a former teacher.
Well, that's part of when people talk about expelling students, it's kind of like giving up on the student. And sometimes that's why you have alternative schools. You have places where they can have a second chance in a different setting. And I taught alternative school. I taught with kids that were, the regular school wasn't for them. But we had other ways to teach and other ways to try to get through to them. And that's important. It's important not to give up on any kids. That's part of our mission.
You grew up in the area. How would you describe the community of Parkland?
Parkland is a very nice community, very well-to-do community. Real good, very safe neighborhood, safe streets, the whole bit. It's not where you would think, where you would expect this to happen, but the reality is, I don't know these days what is a typical community where this happens anymore. It seems to be omnipresent in all kinds of communities. So, it obviously can happen anywhere.
In the wake of this, I wonder if you're aware of any changes in protocol to other schools in Broward County as a result of this.
I imagine there will probably be a little bit of extra security tomorrow and for the next few days, just to make sure there's no copycat type stuff. Broward County, they have a pretty good security plan. I mean, when you dedicate resources to make sure that every school has an armed policeman, and you dedicate a lot of resources to that. It's you can't make any place perfectly safe. That's the sad part of it. I think the school board has done a real good job of doing the best they can. But in this case, it wasn't enough.
Well, Mayor Furr, I'm so sorry that this has happened and that we have to talk to you under these circumstances. Our thoughts are certainly with the community there, with all of you. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.